violent. They're just misled, thinking they're still at sea, and we're live.
Okay.
Bum,
Cool. Boom.
boo-doo-boo-doo.
Let's see if I have to. Oh, look, I liked it.
WordPress 5.9.1 just came out.
Oh,
That didn't take long. It was a week ago that 5.9 came out. Probably fixing some of the beta stuff they have in WordPress, which really looks cool because it looks like you can use the site full site editing features to build exactly what you want.
awesome.
So I'm debating on either should I keep looking for a new theme for Writer Sanctuary or should I just build exactly what I want? Learn how to use the full site editor.
That might work. And if you do that, that's content.
Yeah. And show how to do it. Well, Marco kind of went over it for Green Geeks. I did their video yesterday.
Yeah.
And so I was looking at some of the stuff he was doing while I was writing the blog post for it. And it is in beta, so there's still quite a few things that are missing from what
Yeah.
they're doing. So I'm wondering if they're going to be rolling out these small updates periodically to add more features to it until WordPress 6 comes out.
Yeah. Maybe.
Either way,
It threw me off, even though you told me she was over there taking a bath. Now she moved
yeah.
where you can see her moving
Oh,
on the camera, and I was like, what the fuck is moving on your screen?
that's Max bathing her leg.
Yeah.
Nope, nope, she's washing her tail.
Oh, her tail.
Yep, it's bath time.
Yes.
Nope, even Shadow's starting to bathe.
Oh, good. Don't make eye contact.
Nope, I'm a bathtub.
Yeah.
She keeps looking up at me. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. Anywho,
Anywho. So.
only my fingers together. Is she getting down? Oh, there she goes. That's how you're gonna start it.
Well, no.
So,
So. Okay, so let's hear about your week. You can go first.
figures. My week went shitty. I weighed the same this morning as I did a week ago. I had a pretty bad run of eating over the last 4 days. I recorded everything on the spreadsheet. I think every day for the past 4 days was over 300 grams of carbs.
Oh, shit.
Sunday, I think I was over 400.
You ate cake, though, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Only one slice.
That cake was super good.
It was. But yeah, and I haven't been walking as much because I keep getting sucked into working first thing. Then this morning, I didn't get up until 7.
Yeah.
I've been having a really hard time sleeping on this bed.
Yeah.
So my day is getting started later and later, and I haven't really worked out at all, considering that I've been sitting here trying to get everything done that I need to do. I need to stop
Yeah.
doing that. Need to prioritize myself a bit more,
Yes, you do.
especially if I want to squash a few celebrities that we're going to be talking about today.
Right?
I'm going to prove a fuck ton of people wrong. I only have like 9.5 weeks until May 1st.
Yeah.
That's when I want to hit my goal. And right now, at the rate I'm going, I'll weigh 208, so I won't hit it unless I start busting some ass.
So I guess you better step it up a little bit.
In fact, I'm going to try to remember to do some today. After the show, I am going to finish my Green Geeks work and then write on Kingmaker and then play the Xbox, because that'll be about time where the sun isn't shining in my damn living room.
Yeah.
It screws up the Xbox Connect sensor, so yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's I haven't got shit for steps. But I'm still in the 220s. I'm at 228.2, so
Hey, bonus.
I weighed 231 yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And I think a big portion of that, I talked about it before, I made spaghetti for my daughter's birthday on Sunday. and it was super salty and super thick. And I accidentally added way too much salt at the end of that. And so I was pretty sure that the salt was retaining all the water because I only ate or drank like 3 cups of water for the entire day. So I was fairly sure I was retaining water, and this morning just proved my point because now I'm back down to where I was. So
Good.
goes to show that just because you do bad one day doesn't mean it's going to throw you into hock.
Yeah.
Because I dropped I didn't drop 3.5 pounds in one day.
No.
That was all water weight. So yesterday I had drank quite a bit of water to get out of that. So
Sorry.
I'm back down to 28.2. Damn it. Shadow comes over.
She came back.
The cat came back the very next minute. How was your week?
Not as good as it could have been.
Better than mine, though.
Maybe.
Well, I didn't lose anything.
I lost. Well, I haven't lost. I hadn't lost anything the previous 2 weeks, like at all. But like I talked about last week, I think that had more to do with not drinking any water, not doing super awesome.
I proved that point on Sunday.
Yeah, when I stepped on the scale on Monday, because I wasn't here Sunday, we stayed at the hotel. I am down like 3.5 more pounds though. So.
Well, from last Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's like way better than I am.
Well, like I said though, I hadn't lost weight in like a week and a half. Like I hadn't lost anything the last 2 times I'd stepped on the scale, and then I stepped on the scale yesterday morning, and I'm down.
How much water you have been drinking every day? How much water have you been drinking every day?
Does this count?
That's coffee. I don't know. I drink a lot of coffee. My scale says I'm still saturated, so. I guess
Actual water?
Counts, yeah.
Maybe if on a good day, I've been maybe getting 40 ounces of water a day.
Hey, keep talking. I have to plug in my headset.
Okay, so I haven't been doing super awesome with that. But I did have quite a few more carbs last week than I typically like to have.
Yeah.
Because we did go to Cane's the other day, and I mean, that wasn't too bad because the rest of my day wasn't awful. Oh, short cord.
There we go.
So the rest of my day wasn't, or the rest of that day wasn't awful that we had Cane's, but I've been doing a lot of things like, I don't know, not planning food to take to work. Yesterday, for example, I went and stood in the kitchen and went, fuck, couple keto granola bars for dinner sounds like a good plan.
That's filling.
Yeah, it's not a good plan. It's not,
No, what is your issue? No, you were supposed to come up with ideas for the shows, and you wait until the last minute to come up with one.
Yep.
You wait until the last minute to decide what you're going to take for dinner. If you just do it now, then you don't have to stress about it.
Well, I needed to pick up some things that are like just grab and go to work for days where I'm doing other stuff. But yesterday I had plenty of time to make something to take to dinner, and I even had it planned out. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna take and do a grilled cheese and tomato soup because I have the keto bread, I have the cheese. I like to make my tomato soup with a can of V8 and some heavy cream." And I was like, "Oh, that'll be perfect. I'll do that. That'll be a great dinner." Well, then it's time to go to work, and I had plenty of time to get that, but I stood in the kitchen and I was like, I don't know. That doesn't sound very good anymore. I don't want to. Nah, screw it. I will I'll just a couple granola bars will be fine.
Yeah.
It's
How'd
not
that go
fine.
for you? No, you are the worst procrastinator I have ever met.
Well, like I said, it wasn't even procrastinating. I had plenty of
Worse
time
than
to.
me. Oh, no. Yeah, you have plenty of time, but you're waiting to the last minute.
No,
That's
that's the
the whole
thing is I
definition
didn't.
of procrastination.
I didn't. I had when I walked in the kitchen to gather up my lunch or my dinner for last night. I wasn't rushed. I wasn't in a hurry. I walked in there and was like, okay, so I'm gonna get. And then I went, meh. I don't think I want that. I don't. Meh. I stood. I looked around the kitchen. I spent like 10 minutes going through all the stuff we had, everything, and I was like, nothing sounds good. I don't want any of
Yeah.
that. And rather than just pack what I had that I would have really liked, I was like, fuck it. I'll just grab a couple granola bars and Diet Pepsi. And
But if you were to, I don't know, do what you said you were going to do and create a menu for yourself
yes, and then just follow that menu.
and follow the damn menu.
I have two. I have one sitting right here.
What menu?
Yeah.
That you don't even bother following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd actually need
Neo,
to go or something.
Neo says, I want a granola bar too.
Yeah. Hi,
The
Neo.
the keto granola bars aren't too bad.
Those
I
are
like
really good.
the blueberry, what was it, blueberry vanilla?
I think so. I took
And
the
the
last
peanut
one
butter
yesterday. I took the last
Yeah,
blueberry one yesterday.
well, I saved it for you.
Hmm.
The peanut butter one's pretty good too.
Yeah,
Of
I
course,
really like them.
there's very little peanut butter that I don't
I
like.
was gonna say, really.
Yeah, yeah.
But so like halfway through the night, and then I didn't get a lunch yesterday. They called, and I was like, hey, so you gave me my lunch. It was supposed to start 4 minutes ago. My plane is still sitting outside. I can't walk away from this gate to have my lunch. And he's like, yeah, that's gonna put us over because I'm a union. I'm required to have my lunch within a certain time period.
Yeah.
He's like, so would you rather have your lunch out the door or paid lunch? And I'm like, honestly, I would love to have lunch out the door. Lunch out the door means I get to leave half an hour early.
Cool.
So I was like, yeah, I would love to. Well, and then Alyssa messages me and she's like, oh my goodness, I have drama to share with you. I'm like, cool, let's go pick up something that I can eat when I get off work because I'm getting off work early. You can tell me the story. I could actually eat some real food. So I got carne asada fries, fed the fries to the dog, ate the meat and the cheese and the.
Eat the
I mean,
sauce that goes on it.
yeah. I mean,
Eat the carne.
I ate a few of the fries because I'm really bad about that.
Yeah, well,
But
same.
I didn't finish telling why my week was so bad and what I did.
Okay, go ahead. Finish.
So all three of my children and myself, for those of you who don't know, have February birthdays. My dad lives down in Pueblo, which is 2 hours from here, and my kids live 2 hours from here, also in the opposite direction. So for years, I don't know, what would you say, Airbeth? Annika's 15, so probably for 14 years, we have been meeting in December and in February at a hotel um, down here in Denver, because it's the halfway point.
Yeah.
So we've missed out on the last 2 years because my dad's been really kind of afraid of COVID and didn't want to do anything. Well, they said screw it this year, and we decided to meet for our birthdays. So we went to the hotel this weekend, and we went out to dinner to one of my favorite places. And I was like, okay, I would love to be bad because it's no-nos, and I love stroganoff, but I didn't. I ate the salad, and Alyssa and I shared blackened pork chops and the prime rib salad. So I was like, okay, this will be great. I did so good. So proud of myself. I was like, yes, there's a win. Then we go to the hotel to do birthday cake, and Dolores hands me a piece of cake, and I ate that.
You're like, fuck it.
And then Alyssa asks if she can stay in the hotel with us, if we'd mind, rather than me running her home. And I'm like, I don't care. You're welcome to stay. She's like, okay, can we run to Walmart? Because I need to get some sleep pants. So we run to Walmart and decide we need like something snacky. And rather than me finding keto stuff, we buy a bag of all lime Skittles. Lime Skittles are my favorite. I'm so glad they came back. And 2 bags of chips for the girls, and I was like, I'm gonna call this a fuck it night.
Nice.
And I didn't eat a lot, but the things that I ate were really bad.
Yeah.
And then Sunday morning, I get up and we go down to breakfast, and I'm like so disappointed in myself. I was like, what the fuck did I do last night? This is awful. It was like,
Doing a
so,
walk of shame for
yeah,
food.
I was like, man. And then Alyssa's like, don't feel bad. Like, there's no reason to feel bad about it. There's no reason to, like, don't put yourself down about it. You're just going to make yourself feel worse and go back into that cycle of, well, I already fucked up. So I was good for breakfast. We went to a Mammoth game on Sunday, and I didn't have anything there. We picked up lunch before, and I was good for lunch. So,
Cool.
but Saturday night was really bad. Really, that cake was so good. And I could have just had a little tiny piece just to have some, but I had a freaking piece of cake with frosting and everything. Like,
Yeah. I had the corner piece when she brought it back.
Oh God, I didn't do that. I wanted it, but I was like, that'd probably put me in a coma. So yeah, I just need this. I'm like, I just need a small piece, and the small piece is like 2 by 2, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So I could have done better, but I'm not even mad at myself, or and I kept going forward. So. What?
Still doing. Oh, I was just checking my thing changed on the computer for the temperature, and I was looking to see if it was still snowing. But hey, that's still, you lost more than I did this week.
Yep.
At least I didn't go up. That's.
Yeah.
I was really worried yesterday when I hit 231. I'm like, oh shit. But no, I was pretty much correct about being water weight. I drank a ton of water yesterday and flushed it all out. So.
Okay, so Neo says, what brand for the granola bars? I tried keto cookies, the Lenny and Larry's. Oh, I hate the Lenny and Larry's. I like the Quest cookies. If you want cookies that are keto, get the Quest ones.
Oh, yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah, I did a review on the chocolate Quest cookies, and they're huge too. They're not small. They are a little bit heavier in calories than I like, but for what you get, it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Talk for just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. I really like the Quest products. So far, I've tried like several different types of cookies.
I really like their cookies.
I like the Quest bars, like the cookies and cream. I'm going to do a review about today. The peppermint bark bar was a special edition for Christmas, and that was actually really good. So, it's like, I think I have the box here. I know this is supposed to be on.
I know.
A podcast, so no one's going to see this, but I show it. But this is the Quest cookies and cream that I ate. They're a bit on the spendy side, but if you break it down per serving for the cost, it's not too bad. It's a little bit less than $1 a bar at Walmart. But these are 200 calories each, and they're fairly thick and fairly large. They have 21 grams of carbs, so they're not exactly quite keto. Okay, I lied. Dietary fiber is 15 grams, so you're only getting 6 net carbs for keto. 21 grams of protein. Has 10% of your daily allotment of calcium. But yeah, so okay, there it is. I'm looking at it. Okay, I lied. There's also erythritol. It's that alcohol sugar.
Yeah,
sugar alcohol. So it's 4 net carbs per bar. So it's like great for keto.
Yeah.
My bad. 1 gram of sugar, 15 grams of fiber.
Let's see. Neo says, I messed up a few times last week, went up 4. My water intake was horrible, mine too, and I didn't work out. So I told myself I would do better this week. That's the way to do it. Oh, she says, I love the Quest taco chips.
Oh, yep, those are good. We had some of those recently, and I used mine with salsa.
Oh, see, she says, I made nachos with them a few weeks ago. I've
yeah.
done that. I actually used one. I went to Taco Bell and got the 3 soft taco supremes and then dumped the shells. I gave the shells to the dog and took the toppings and then used a bag of the Quest chips to eat my
Okay.
Taco Bell.
That's I didn't have Taco Bell, but I had the Tostitos salsa, which is like 5 calories per serving. You get like 2 tablespoons, so that was the serving size was perfect for the chips, the bag of chips they got. So
Okay, so what I have here, I went and grabbed them. I picked them up from Walmart because I thought they looked good. They're like Monk Pack Keto Granola Bars. So I'll show this one here. This one is, there's a blueberry almond and a coconut cocoa chip.
is it the same
These,
brand as?
yeah, these are the two. They're the same. So these two are more like traditional. I know, same brand. Sorry, go ahead. What were you asking?
Is it the same brand as the chocolate peanut butter?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. I wanted to
They're
know.
all for the same brand. I picked them up from Walmart. These two, the blueberry almond vanilla and the coconut cocoa chip, are more like traditional Quaker granola bars that you get.
Yeah.
Then I got these they're keto nut and seed ones that are the same brand. They're more like Kind bars, if you know what Kind bars are. This one's sea salt and dark chocolate. I think that's the one I had the other day. It's so good. And this is the one that Mike was talking about that's peanut butter and dark chocolate. So they have 3 net carbs a piece, if you count net carbs. They're only 15 grams of total carbs per bar. So I don't typically count net carbs. But yeah, it's only 15 grams of carbs per bar. And they're really, really good. They're 150 calories. I think all of them are. Yeah.
Yeah, 150.
The 2 nut ones are 150. The ones that's more like a granola bar is 140. But they either have 2 or 3, depending on the style of net carbs. 14 or 15 total carbs. And they're super good. And they're so great when you're like, oh, I just like a quick granola bar. They're yummy. I like them.
Well, that's what I had for lunch when we went up to Greeley the first time. Before I starved myself. I was so fucking hungry by the time we got back. So they had Taco Bell.
Yep.
Anywho,
Okay, so talked about. So
20 minutes later, now we're getting on topic.
now we're on topic. The celebrity clickbait is what we wanted to talk about because Mike and I were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's the whole point of his 12-week challenge. Did you read an article or watch a video
Oh no, it
about
was
Will Smith?
It was Will Smith's documentary on YouTube that set me off.
Yeah.
It was triggering.
Go ahead.
20 pounds in 20 weeks. Like, okay, so the man is already prone to being in shape. He's done it throughout his entire career. And so when he gains 20 pounds and has the bloated belly, the dad bod and stuff, and he weighed 220, he wanted to lose 20 pounds in 20 weeks. I'm like, there is no way on God's green earth that someone who's already prone to being fit should take 20 weeks to lose 20 pounds. Not from everything I've ever read, all the scientific data that I go through on a regular basis for crossing Colorado, that should not be a thing. The only thing I can think is that he's doing it for dramatic effect to either promote something coming up or perhaps getting clickbait to his the documentary so that they can make money from it. Because it should not take 20 weeks.
I have another theory on it, and I'll talk about that when I talk about. So the one that I had watched yesterday was Channing Tatum talking about doing Magic Mike 3. And he was talking about how hard it was and that he's got to do, and he doesn't see how normal people who work regular jobs can be fit like he has to be for the Magic Mike. And it started to trigger Mike, and I was like, he may have been talking about the difference between being just in shape and fit and being able to do what he has to do for those movies is almost Olympic training, because he has to be active and up dancing and doing all this like super body oriented stuff for 8 to 10 hours while filming.
Yeah, See, and then I started thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, but that's not the entire movie. If you think about it, a big chunk of it is going to be him standing around waiting for the director to say go.
Yeah.
So he's probably not dancing around nearly as much as you think he is.
But
You
so
just you just envision it because that's what you want to see.
and he makes a comment. So Neo says being fit is his job, and he makes a comment that it's really hard for him, and being fit is his job. He can't imagine how somebody who has a normal 9 to 5 job or a full time job is able to be fit constantly. Is what his comment is, and
Yeah.
I talked with Mike, and I should have been able to pull up a video to do this cut, but I didn't plan it well. Um, you know, so I wonder, here's where my theory that I didn't bring up yesterday when we were discussing so it fits in here is I wonder how much of it is with we have such the cancel culture and such the skinny shaming that they are kind of trying to cater to not get called out on that bullshit. You know what I like?
So
So they're
maybe.
doing it's hard to be this fit. Oh, it's hard. So they're not getting that, oh, you're fat phobic or all that
Oh,
stuff. And
okay.
Will Smith, 20 weeks, man, I worked. And somebody's like, oh, see, it took me like 2 years to lose 20 pounds. I get you, man. Like, if it's like
um.
clickbait and they're trying to cater to all that negativity right now, like, does that make sense what I'm.
Yeah, and I could see that being part of it because so many people are placating to the vocal minority.
Yeah.
So that might be feasible. I don't know. It sets me off. The man has a personal trainer and a nutritionist. He should be dropping 3, 4, 5 pounds a week, especially with all the walking he did. So
Right?
that's still, from someone who does a lot of research on this shit, basing everything off of science, that's just not feasible. I can't say that it's impossible, but it's not realistic. I I don't know. This is coming from someone who can drop 3.5 pounds a week on average if
Yeah.
I maintain my net 600 calorie diet, which is in the keeping my calories at a deficit. So I burn twice as many calories as I bring in,
And you're not
and
even cutting
I
out the
yeah,
food that, like, everybody's
that's
like,
right.
oh, and you have to
Yeah,
cut out so much and do all this.
no,
No.
I bought a package of fucking Oreos the other day. I still eat a bunch of the same junk that I always have been. The difference is that instead of an entire row of Oreos, I have two. It's a serving.
Yeah.
It's 140 calories. And if I maintain a good viewpoint of it, I walk or work out to burn enough calories so I can have another snack. So I'm constantly active. So when I say my net 600 calorie diet, that's my goal, is offset by my activity. So normally on a good day, I will eat about 1,500 calories total throughout the entire day, but I'll burn 3,600 calories
Yeah.
just in activity. And that's when I'm working out. Like lately, I've lost 6 pounds, and I haven't done shit. I
Right?
haven't worked out. I did vigorous cleaning of the house for 24 minutes. That's it.
Well, that's since
I've been stuck to
January.
my desk.
I've lost like 23 pounds, I think is what I've lost since January. And I haven't done shit except go to work.
Yeah.
The whole first month of that, I was off of work. Being
Yeah, you had
sick and
COVID.
like I had COVID and stuff. So,
Diseased.
right? Okay, so notice that Neo, ran my words together.
Yeah.
Neo says, I was a victim of trying to lose weight like the contestants of The Biggest Loser until I realized how much they really worked and for how long. I feel you on that. Like, for a while, I watched that show or would catch episodes of it, and I'm like, man. And then you think about it, and they are for 6 weeks of their time, they are at the ranch, is what they call it, and all they're doing is working with a trainer, working with, like, constantly. And so you can't think that that's realistic, but so many people watch that show and they're like, oh man, how discouraging for me because I'm not losing like they are. What the hell is the difference? And, a lot of people don't take into account that.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
get
it's
you on that. That one's.
um Oh, I had a point and I fucking lost it. Oopsies. Oh, also the fact, on The Biggest Loser, they usually have like the fattest people.
Yeah.
Um, a much larger person is going to burn fat a hell of a lot faster than a skinny person will. I proved that. We both proved that
Mm-hmm.
at the very beginning of this whole thing. Like I lost 20 pounds inside of a month and a half, six
Yeah.
weeks. I lost 20 pounds, and all I did was reduced what I ate and walked a hell of a lot more. Like if I wanted a slice of pizza, I walked an extra 3 miles to burn the calories to eat it, and that's the mindset I'm trying to get back into right now. But the fact is that I dropped the first, I'd say 40 to 50 pounds out of the last 80. I dropped that wicked fast and wicked easy. So
Well, I
it's
can tell you, even.
and my
Go ahead.
heart rate has dropped quite a bit,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. Since I've lost all the weight, and so yeah, a much larger person is going to burn a hell of a lot faster.
Well, I can tell you, I dropped. So when I very first started, and I'm mad because it's not in a lot of, it doesn't show my records in a lot of my tracking stuff. But when I first started, I was over 440 pounds. And I say over, and not by a whole lot, but
Yeah,
maybe 450. But I couldn't step on any scale. I didn't have a
yeah,
scale that would weigh
nope.
me. So
It was
I
a
know,
pain in the ass to find one.
yeah, so I know that I started at over 440 pounds. And those first 60 pounds came off so much faster than even my weight is now.
Yeah. Well, that's the difference between being sedentary and actually moving and getting steps in and shit.
And I watched what I ate and I paid attention to portion sizes and did
Oh
a
yeah.
bunch of small things to change that. Well, now those same small things, all they're doing is keeping me from going back up that high. I'm not losing, whereas before I was losing.
Hmm. My issue mostly is that I have got to get away from my desk.
Yeah.
I work and play at my desk 16 hours a day. I need to step away.
But I just, with the celebrities, and I just feel like the more I
Now, don't
think
even
about
get me.
it,
Yeah,
the
don't even
more
get me
I,
started on V-Shred.
okay, the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking they're trying to
Make a
cater
buck.
to that. Yeah, trying to cater
Yeah.
to the people that are like, oh, it's so hard. And they're like, oh, I get you. It is so hard. And I'm like, bullshit.
Oh, fuck it is. I think it is more of a marketing play. I think they're trying to make some money. Definitely like with fitness influencers.
Yeah.
Um, like with right now, um, Logan Paul has this drink Prime,
Oh,
and
I heard you watch that yesterday.
I watched Shredded Science yesterday morning, and he broke down why Prime is a crap drink, and scientifically, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to cash in on his social clout, so that people will toss money his way. I think that's a large portion of it. Everything that we see for fitness influencers and celebrities, like with Will Smith, he coincidentally had a new, was it a movie or an original that just came out. So it's almost like the whole losing 20 pounds was more of a marketing device to promote his movie.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know. I am so anti celebrity making shit look hard. The only one who I've come across who is a celebrity that um, who will admit that to get to a certain size, it does take a lot of effort and a lot of work, but it's not that difficult, is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Watch
Yeah.
some of his stuff nowadays when he talks about and when he does the motivational speeches. But 20 pounds in 20 weeks, come on.
Yeah.
Got millions of views for the whole series. That's what it was
Mm-hmm.
all about. Like, yeah, I could probably do that too. If I what gets me is that he's paying a camera crew to follow him around. He's had a personal trainer who's been his personal trainer for like forever, and a nutritionist. And yet you can't drop more than a pound a week.
Yeah.
There is something fucking wrong.
Now, and
Neil
I'll.
says,
Oh, go ahead.
"Oh, go ahead, go ahead,
No, go
no,
ahead.
go ahead." I was just going to bring up
Okay.
Neo says thoughts on Lizzo, and that's a
I don't.
completely different topic. So
Okay.
if you do you want to finish your thought?
Yeah. So realistically, I mean, if he was putting back on a lot of muscle weight,
Well, he was supposed to be going to the gym,
yeah.
but even when
But
I'm putting on muscle
I
weight,
was gonna say, even still, because the thing is yes, he put on some weight for the movie that he did, and he needed to be a little bit heavier.
that was the one with Serena Williams, or
Yeah.
their dad. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I mean and then he needed to get back down for the next movie that he did, and that was why he was going. But even with him putting on, he lives a certain lifestyle, and he does have a personal trainer that's been his personal trainer for years. He does
Yeah.
have all this. So when he put back on that weight, when he put on that weight, he put it on in a guided way.
Yeah.
He didn't just go out and eat.
Grab cupcakes at Walmart.
Yeah.
I know what that's like. I've done that lots of times.
The person I follow this guy, crap, I can't think of his name. He does the fit to fat to
Fit
fit.
fat to fit. Yeah.
Yeah. He is a nutritionist who I read one of his books, and he talks about how, when he was a nutritionist and he used to look at his fatter clients, and he puts it nicer than that, but that's how I processed it in my brain. And be like, it's not that hard to be skinny. What the hell? And then he started realizing, maybe he'd always been a fit and healthy person.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, maybe I need to gain some perspective on this. So he quit working out, and he put on quite a bit of weight. And then he went through the journey, and he's actually done it twice now. He recently did it again.
Okay, I have a point about that as soon as you're done.
Okay. And he went through that journey of, it is harder to be, like, it's so easy to get addicted to those foods and those carbs and all this stuff that's like so hard to give up, and you get kind of lazy, and it's so nice to just sit on the couch instead of go to the gym every day or stuff like that. As he talks about that, it is a little more difficult, and he's a little more understanding and has some more insight on that than he did before, when he was just a nutritionist and everything like that. So
yeah. Well, also something you want to keep in mind is that a lot of it does have to do with genetics. Simon Miller brings it up quite a bit on his channel here on YouTube. And I think I am one of those people that are genetically predisposed to being more fit. When you have somebody who is already fit, who goes and gets fat and then works to get fit again, he's going to have a hell of an easier time to lose that weight. Because his genetics are already zeroed in on what he's supposed to look like.
Exactly. Well, and he talks about that in he's like, and you got to take into account that everybody is different, and everybody is made up different genetically, and you're going to have, I am predisposed already to being a larger person.
Well, look at your fucking bone mass. You're built like an Amazon. You're like 6'1".
Exactly.
You have more muscle mass than I do. You're not just fat. You're just big.
Exactly.
You put a spear in your hand and you can go hunt alligators.
So I have to work a lot harder, and I have to take a few more drastic steps than like you do, where you can just watch your calories and lose that weight and keep it off.
Yeah, it drops off.
I have to put forth more effort, because my body's like, shit, I can carry that. We're good. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you're built like an Amazon.
Yeah.
Slap a water buffalo to your back and walk off. Okay, so Neo says, thoughts on Lizzo. Do you know who Lizzo is?
No.
She's one of those body positivity influencers on like fucking being like, it's morbidly obese.
Yeah.
And I have negative thoughts on Lizzo, actually. I'm trying to promote how, we did a show on body positivity before.
Yeah.
And I think it is the wrong way to view shit. Now, you shouldn't lose weight and get fit so that you can be an underwear model. Yeah. I'm doing it because I don't want to die. Yeah. My heart stopped in 2016. I don't want to relive that. That was there's no way to describe it. It's a crazy feeling, because you immediately think to yourself, shit, this is it. And there's nothing you can do. So I don't want to do that again. I also enjoy the idea of picking up a 50-pound bag of dog food with one arm. I was
Right?
still geek out about that. Like when I walk out of Petco, I sling it, boom, catch it in one arm, and walk out the door. I like being able to do shit like that, or have the stamina to clean my house, or go. I want to go bike riding this summer in the Arsenal. So yeah, it's not just about looking good and trying to fit some kind of narrow view of what a fit body should look like.
No.
You don't want to be a model or anything. There's a healthy way of going about it, and I hate when people try to push that whole narrative of I'm healthy because my blood work is clean. Yeah, but your blood work's not going to show the fat crushing your internal organs.
Yep.
That's not how it works. You can have a whistle clean arteries and still be plagued by things like sleep apnea, damage to your knees. What else? There's like a whole long list of shit that does not appear on blood work that will kill you eventually. And I just hate it when people push that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
There's
I'm looking at Pushia so I can be educated. Give me a second.
there's a lot of things about Lizzo that I don't like. And it has nothing to do with her weight. It's all the way she views it and her personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Dad was arrogant. My dad's really arrogant,
Yeah.
but this bitch takes it a whole new level.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm not about the body positivity crap.
No.
Like, there's a difference between feeling good about yourself and having a good self-esteem with whatever you look like. But when you start getting to a certain point, you got to think to yourself, this is not fucking healthy.
Exactly.
Because the human body was not meant to carry around that much weight, which is why obese people have problems with their back and their knees, is because as humans, we're not supposed to be that large.
What Neo
Otherwise, we'd
says,
have stronger knees.
right? What Neo says, I understand promoting being confident. Exactly. However, she isn't promoting being healthy. That might be okay. What might be okay now won't be 10 years from now.
10 years from now.
Yeah.
No, exactly. She's going to have the worst shit come up. And it's just going to go downhill.
And
People think they're all good, healthy now, but
again, it
damage
goes.
is being done.
So her goes back to the celebrity and encouraging people to be, oh yeah, I'm big and beautiful. That's great. Be confident and be comfortable in who you are, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be improving who you are. And I've gone on this rant before about how I believe staying fat is lazy. Honestly, it's hard. It's hard work.
Pushing 300. So.
Yeah, it's hard work to lose weight. I mean, I've been working at this. Shit. I've been working at this since I was 17 years old. Let's be honest. But I've actually been consistently working on this since, what did we decide, 2015?
About that is when I started crossing Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah.
Around
And
then.
you know what? I mean, I'm still fat. I haven't lost that much. I've definitely lost a lot of inches because when I started this journey, I could barely fit into a women's 28.
Oh, you both lost. I mean, we were looking over pictures recently.
Oh, God.
The 4th of July pictures where we were both pretty far
Yeah.
on the large side. So we've come quite a ways since then. But can you really say that you've been working on it since 2015 when
No, not
you
consistently.
haven't? Yeah.
Not
See,
consistently.
that's the
But,
key to it.
okay, well, that's why I said technically I've been working on losing weight since I was 17 years old.
Off and on.
Off and on.
More
And-
off than on.
Yes. But I've been, and I mean, the thing is even though I have, since 2015, I haven't I still have, even when I'm not really working on losing weight, I'm still using a lot of the skills that I have learned in this time period of portion control and things that I eat or don't eat,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons I haven't ballooned back up to 440 pounds. What is she doing?
She's trying to like snuggle up to the microphone so everybody's getting an ASMR of the cat.
Oh, okay.
She's doing her ASMR thing again.
But I just when the celebrities, whether there's the ones that are like, oh, you should just be skinny, and you don't necessarily want to be skinny, but being healthy and being able to walk as a normal human being when you're in your 40s, which
Yeah.
just
How well do you climb the stairs?
I can't do stairs.
See, that's my point. It's because damage gets done.
Oh my
And so
goodness,
I
you should
hate it when people push that narrative, and
yeah,
it's you are restricted.
you
Sorry
should
to say.
see me when I get to work. And I was running late the other day, and there's this one place we can clock in where there's an elevator to go up the stairs, or there's stairs, but the elevator's been broke. So I'm standing there at the bottom of the stairs, and I have to do 2 flights of stairs, and I can go downstairs just fine. But
Mm.
going upstairs is so much work, and especially because I've been sick and I have a respiratory, so my breathing's a little bit
Yeah.
hindered anyway. And I'm standing at the bottom of the stairs and I'm looking up. I'm like sad puppy dog, like I don't want to. And I had to let everybody go in front of me because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, go ahead. It's gonna take me a minute. Just please go ahead because I'm so embarrassed that I can't haul my fat ass up the stairs.
Well, that proves my point.
So
There's lots of things that you don't really consider when you're large that you're going to have issues doing.
yeah,
And getting healthier will not only help you haul your fat ass up those stairs,
right.
but also there's scientific evidence that healthy people are also less likely to get sick in general.
Yeah. People who
So,
don't have nasty ass children also don't get sick. Fucking brat.
well, that's because they keep bringing shit back from school.
I know.
That's the trouble every parent's gonna have. I remember when I was working for the school district, I had random shit all the time.
God.
That was when I was starting to gain weight too.
Yeah.
In fact, that picture of me and Ash, wasn't I working? That was
Yeah,
was
I
I
think
working
you
at the school
were.
district?
I think so.
Oh my god, that's ugh. That is a very fat picture of me.
Yeah. But I mean,
The round face. But
so
anyway, yeah.
but celebrities that encourage that, oh, it's fine, just be you, be beautiful, which to an extent I do kind of believe in that. I mean, don't
Be
hate
you.
yourself because that just
No. But
causes a circle. But
you can realize that there is much more to life than ho-hos.
yeah,
I would rather, like I said, I would rather be able to do the shit that I named off. I
yeah.
bet you would love to be able to climb stairs without getting
God,
winded.
I would. And I can. Normally I can climb the stairs pretty well without being winded, but my knee,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
like that's what gets me. I mean, I don't when I'm not sick, I can climb those stairs and not be gasping for air. The other
Yeah,
day
that's,
I was gasping for air cuz I just can't breathe.
yeah.
But by the time I get to the top of the stairs, I feel like my knee's going to give out. And I don't even use that knee to step up because I can't.
Yeah.
I have to do
And
this lovely thing where you go step up, step, same leg, step up, step, and it
yeah.
takes me like 3 times as long to go up the stairs if I could just walk up them.
Do you know what the sad part is though about
Uh,
that? The damage probably
oh, it's
permanent now.
permanent. Well, I
So
fucked up my knee. Yeah.
you'll never be able to walk upstairs like I do.
Um, when I'm skinnier, I can actually walk because I just have to be careful of my knee. Okay, like this is but I have the permanent damage to my knee. I have permanent damage to my knee, and I've actually talked to a physical therapist about this because I got my knee fucked up when I worked for Kids Arc.
Yeah. And being large didn't
But I
help
was
at all.
gonna say, but being overweight
Made
has,
it far
rather than
worse.
letting it heal and properly be, it just continued to aggravate it until the point where it's not ever going to be better.
Yep.
I mean, there might come a time where I might have to have a knee replacement. And you know what? To do knee
Yay.
replacements, I have a coworker who needs knee replacements, and his
Yeah.
doctors told him they won't even talk to him about the knee replacement until he
Until he loses
drops
weight.
below
Yep.
300 pounds.
Yep. Well, they won't even do gastric bypass until you drop a certain amount of weight.
Uh-huh.
So, and why is that? Because it's too fucking dangerous. That's why.
Yeah.
It puts you at risk.
Yep.
I mean, there's more to losing weight than just looking good in a swimsuit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a slew of things that people really don't put together, and I hate it when celebrities do that shit because they're not doing their fans any favors.
No. But they're trying to keep their fans. That's all they're doing. Is because
And
if
make a buck.
Lizzo dropped her weight and got skinny,
there would be
oh my
tons of
goodness,
hate.
there'd be so much hate, and she'd lose a lot of her popularity. And so it's so much easier for her to spout off the just like who you are, and I'm a proud, beautiful black woman, which there's nothing wrong with that. I was reading, and that's one of her actual quotes.
Your video just crapped out.
Did it?
Oh god, yeah.
Huh.
I can hear you just fine.
Weird.
Okay, now that Sam is purple lines.
I
agree completely.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Oh, you see it now?
Yeah, I moved my down to watch it on YouTube.
Ah.
It's never gone because I just watch this on Discord, and it's not doing it on Discord, so it's something.
Now it's back now.
Weird. But and if she encouraged and said to be proud of who you are and be healthy instead of I'm healthy even though I'm fat.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Neo says, that is why I don't understand my 600-pound life. By now they should know Dr. No now won't give them the surgery until they lose the weight.
Yep.
Yeah, well, a lot of that, though, is that they'll shoot an entire series before it even goes live.
Oh, yeah, but my 600-pound life, that's one of my favorite shows. When I start feeling like a really big fat cow and lack of motivation, Ashley and I will stream that for a while, and then I'm like, yep, I need to go to the gym.
Well, I've seen some of those that were ridiculous, too, where the chick was blaming the dude.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't jam the fork down your throat.
Right? The thing is one of the reasons when you want to get that surgery that they make you lose weight is to show that you're committed to doing it, because there's no reason to do the surgery if you're not going to put forth the work.
Yeah. Oh, well, we know somebody that gave up on doing the work for it. Which is kind of a waste if you go through all that effort and pain and shit just to say, fuck it.
I know, to not continue. I don't understand that concept. First of all, I hate the idea of surgery for weight loss in 95% of the cases that it's done.
Now, if it's life-threatening, then yeah, I could see it.
I mean, there are people who getting that surgery has literally saved their life and done it. But 95% of the people who get the surgery, they're lazy.
Yeah. Well, it's like Sarah kept trying to push for you to get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't need to get it. We just need to get off our ass.
Uh-huh.
And we've been doing it this year, so we're proving her wrong anyway.
I know. So, but I don't understand the concept of making the decision and going through and being like, well, fine, yes, I'm going to do this surgery. I'm going to, only to then be like, meh, no. It's okay.
I'm going to eat this bag of Oreos. I'm going to cram it in there no matter what.
I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well follow through. Like, what the hell?
Well, that's why a lot of people that are on diets and workout routines, why they fail, is that they come across it with a negative mindset, and that it's not going to work for them, and they're going to be against it no matter what. And 2 weeks later, guess what? Yeah, they didn't lose shit. Oh, but my point was, a lot of these people who do wind up losing their weight while on these diet plans and exercise routines, they wind up gaining it back immediately afterwards. Why? Because they didn't learn shit when they were in the weight loss process to begin with. It's
Yep.
to lose weight and to keep it off, it is a life changing event.
Yeah.
For me, it's going to be increasing my activity.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to learn to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to balloon back up to 300 pounds when I'm done.
Exactly.
So you can't say, okay, well, I've lost 300 pounds and now I'm back down to a skinny size and I look great. Time to bust out the Oreos. That's not
Yeah,
how
it's
shit
so.
works. You're just going to put it back on again.
Right. Neo says, I also watch Skin Tight. I don't know what that one is. And I told myself I wouldn't get the surgery since I haven't tried everything to lose the weight first. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
decided not to get the surgery because I've already learned when my mom and I did what's called Lean for Life. I learned that I am perfectly capable of losing that weight completely
Oh,
by
yeah.
myself. I just have to be willing to put forth the effort.
Yeah.
And I
You and
don't
your
need
mom
a
truck.
surgery that makes me put forth that effort. I need to be able to do it myself. Otherwise, I'm not going to learn anything.
Yeah. Well, you guys lost a ton of weight on Lean for Life. We were actually doing really good until you started getting pregnant.
Yeah.
As soon as you had Airbeth, that's when everything went downhill.
Yep.
And it just kept going.
Yep. Pretty much.
Our 15-year rolling down the hill.
Neo says, then there are people that get the surgery, go through the pain just to get it back. That's
Yeah.
exactly it. So I know some people, most of the people I know that have had the surgery, they lose the weight and then they have so many other health problems. Um, it's, I mean, just so many health problems that's because of the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
My sister-in-law got the surgery and then almost died from malnutrition because
Well,
it was
they
messed
give you.
up.
Well, they also give you a specific diet that you have to fucking follow.
Well, she couldn't. She tried to. She couldn't keep anything down. She couldn't eat any of the stuff. They messed up her
Yeah.
surgery, is what it was. In all
Oh,
honesty.
okay.
But she literally was in the hospital dying and
Oh
looked
shit.
like she was skin and bones. It was so gross to see her. And
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she looked half dead.
Yeah, she was a skeleton when I went and saw her in the hospital with mom.
Yeah.
It was gross. Like her bones and her back were it was awful. But I mean, that's very drastic, but I know a few other people who have had the surgery and lost the weight, but then they have other weird health problems that are because of the surgery.
Well, then we know somebody who had the surgery and just didn't give a shit and hasn't lost dick since then.
So she lost, let's see, she
And
lost
she's still large.
65 pounds after she had the surgery and was doing what she was supposed to. And then her and her husband got divorced and she um, met her new fiance, and he's amazing. I mean, he really is. But he's also larger, and he doesn't care what she looks. I mean, he doesn't care if she's big or if she's losing the weight. Well, so now she doesn't put that weight back on because she still
But
can't eat, but she's not
she hasn't
losing like she
lost
should have.
anything. Yeah.
It's been 2 years, I think,
Yeah.
since she had the surgery. She should be at her goal weight now.
Oh yeah.
And she hasn't lost anything in like a year and a half of those 2 years. She's just maintained.
Well, part of that is because of well, the same issue you and I have is enabling.
Uh huh.
So, oh well.
Yeah.
Um,
Neo says, same thing happened to me too. I lost weight, then got knocked up.
yep. Yep. We were
Yeah.
doing great, and then she got pregnant with Arabeth, and then that was it. We tried Lean for Life after that, but then she got pregnant again with Annika.
Yeah.
Then we just kind of gave up after that.
Well, after we had Annika, we had 3 kids in the house then because Donovan came to live with us. And us trying to do Lean for Light and feed them. And it just was
And
not
pain in
conducive
the
to the
ass.
lifestyle of getting healthier. It just wasn't.
Nope. Instead, we decided to get fat.
Yeah, that
A
worked out
lot of
real
mine
well.
was A lot of mine was stress.
Yeah.
That was I started gaining a lot. Like I was gaining weight when I was running the computer center, but as soon as I had to
But
shut it
not as
down, that's
much. Yeah.
I packed it on fast. I didn't do
Yeah.
shit. And then I became a freelance writer. I quit my job in 2013. I've been writing full time since, and that just exasperated everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gaining weight like left and right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm not a celebrity.
Exactly. But I feel like it's irresponsible, whether it be skinny celebrities saying, "Oh yeah, it's so hard and I can't. It took me 20 weeks to lose 20 pounds," which is bullshit, or larger
Yeah,
celebrities who are like, "It's okay, just be fat and happy." When,
that's it. You know, like you can, I guess, there are morbidly obese people out there who are happy in their skin and who have no interest in doing anything with their lives.
yeah,
I I am very anti ambition.
yeah,
I hate it when people waste good potential
yep,
in every form. I used to get on Donovan's ass when he was little, pretty hard, because I knew he was smarter than that, and he was trying to play like he was stupid, and he wasn't. In
yep.
fact, out of all the kids, he's the one who's done the most with his life so far. And I told him last time we were hanging out, like, I was pretty hard on you, but that's because I know you were smarter than that, and
Yep.
you proved me right.
I mean,
I
I
still
just
can't
can't.
read. That was his reply.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just don't understand not wanting to be able to go out and be able to do stuff, to go
Right?
hiking, to go just be
Well,
out and experiencing this world. And
I view everything as like, what if a zombie apocalypse happened right now? Would you be a burden or a hero?
I'd be a little of both.
I'd be a hero only because I am a fighter. I
Well,
will.
that's
It
my
will
thing.
be a
I'm a
war of one.
fighter, but my fat ass would hinder itself. Which is why I'm at both. I'd be a little
But
of
I don't.
both.
The odds of a zombie apocalypse are slim to none. But
But
that's how I view it, you don't have to view it as just like a zombie apocalypse. What if we had an earthquake right now? It's kind of uncommon here in Colorado, but
no, but
what if the Yellowstone caldera explodes,
we're
which is
fucked.
more realistic
We're
than
fucked.
a zombie apocalypse? You would be. I'd go back and get my kids, get the fuck out. But like,
Shit, your kids
if
would be a
you're,
hindrance.
my kids would be in better shape. They're just stupid. I'm kidding. I love my kids. They're not stupid. But like, a tornado. There's a realistic one for here in Colorado. What if a tornado, an F5 comes marching down Denver right now?
Yeah.
So health and fitness has more to do with than just looking good. It's survival. Like, if there was a natural disaster, would you be a hindrance or a hero?
Hmm.
I just like bringing up the zombie apocalypse because it makes people laugh.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Neo
Let's
says,
see.
I have a
Neo says
4-year-old, so I would have to be the hero.
I breastfeed for the
Oh, I missed
first year, and the weight came off, but I got stressed after that and gained it back. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
stress is a major contributor to my issue.
You know, all 3 of my kids, I breastfed them and never lost. They say, oh, you'll lose the weight if you're breastfeeding. That's not why I breastfed, but I did, all 3 of them. Never lost a single fucking
Nope.
pound.
No. In fact, you were still getting bigger
Yeah.
than Annika, so that's full of shit.
Hmm.
Lies.
It's not lies. It happens for a lot of people, but it's not for everybody. I mean,
Yeah. Well, that's where you got to take things with a grain of salt, and that kind of leads into the end of our show here, as with celebrity clickbait.
yeah.
Is that sometimes there is a bit of a kernel of truth behind their claims, but you also got to keep in mind everybody's unique. Everybody has a unique physiology. What works for me will not work for you, or
Well,
may not work for
may
you.
not work for you. And
Yeah.
we're the best example of that. What works for Mike definitely does not work for me.
Yeah. And
I've
see,
tried it and I can't. I
I'm
cannot eat the same stuff and just cut down my calories and work out, I don't lose.
See, well, let's see. Since I started, I've lost 7 pounds, and I haven't done any exercising at all. All I've done was cut back on how much I eat, and I've already lost 7 pounds, and I haven't done shit. So, I still eat Oreos. I do have healthier snacks like my Quest bars.
Yeah.
I do like for dinner. There's been a few times where I just had 6 ounces of chicken, and that was it.
Hmm.
So I do eat healthier, but I still do have my sugar snacks because I have a sweet
Yeah.
tooth, and I can, for me, I can do that because of the way I'm built and how I burn.
Yeah.
Sam can't. Sam
I
excels at keto.
cannot.
I can't excel at keto. I tried it, and I did okay when I tried it last year, but I really missed sugar.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do it. But it's a perfect example of what works for one person doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for everybody.
Yep.
And so you got to keep that in mind. Instead of buying into pills and exercise routines and diet plans, you can try all that shit, but just keep that in mind that just because a celebrity can make it work or can't work doesn't mean that it's the same for everybody.
Yeah.
Like Will Smith, because Will Smith can't lose 20 pounds in 20 weeks, I'm going to do it inside 12. Fuck, I might do it inside 10
Right?
if I stick to my diet and get some exercise going.
I mean, that's exactly it. You have these celebrities that push certain diet plans, that push certain services, or, and yeah,
V-Shed.
it may work for them. It may have worked for them, but you're not that celebrity. You don't have the same time or abilities, or so don't get discouraged when your favorite celebrity is like, oh, I lost 80 pounds in 6 months, and yay, because they don't have, I mean,
On Slim Fast.
yeah.
What was her name? Sally Struthers was it Sally Struthers that did the Thigh Master back in the day?
No, Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne Summers. That's who it was. Where she would do the Thigh Master and look
Yeah.
at my legs. Baby, your legs looked that before you even picked up that fucking machine.
Exactly. Like,
I highly doubt that's what it was.
I mean, so they're just, a lot of them, especially like fitness influencers and stuff, are just
yeah.
out there to get the clicks, the watch, the
Yep.
sponsorship. And,
I need my likes and subscribers.
I would love to, this is, okay, it's not about weight loss, but it's the same kind of idea of it. I would love to be able to get a shampoo that works really well for my hair. And I was thinking that I was in the shower yesterday washing my hair, and I'm like, I need to ask a stylist what kind of shampoo they would recommend. And not because a brand is paying them to say, oh, I like this brand. I want to know what's actually going to fucking work. And you can't trust people anymore because they're paid to be like, oh, I love this. They probably don't use it their fucking selves. Like,
Right?
I want to
Well,
know what they're actually using for themselves.
See, that's one of the things that people like about Rider Sanctuary is that I have integrity. If I'll tell you if something works good and if it doesn't, I'm not paid by
Yeah.
anybody. In fact, I've dropped sponsors because I will not either use their product or I don't think it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
So I don't just take the money, which is probably why I don't make as much. But
Right?
that's
But no.
that's aside from the point.
There are so many
It's called
fitness
integrity. Yeah.
fitness influencers that they're not actually doing what they're saying they're doing, or what they're paid
God.
their paid sponsors. They're
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, I eat this because it's great. I drink this drink. It's helped me lose all this, and you're like, you look
Bullshit,
like
Klaus.
that. You look like that before that sponsor was like, hey, sell my shit, and you're like, how much are you gonna pay me? Okay, I'll spout that. Yeah, this helped me. Bullshit.
Yeah. It's like if for some weird ass reason Max Muscle decided to come to me and says, "Hey, will you sponsor our merge?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I use a merge every fucking morning, and I have since
A long time. Long
yeah,
time.
I've been drinking a merge since like 2016
Yeah.
because we used to go down and get it when we lived in Sterling,
Uh-huh.
and so yeah, I will sponsor the shit out of that because I know how it affects me.
Yeah.
When I have a glass of a merge first thing in the morning, I am ready to go, perked up. My mood's way better, more energetic. So I know it works for me. But I'm not going to play it off that, yeah, if you drink this, you'll be a success.
Yeah.
That's not how I roll.
No.
I will tell you, like, this is what works for me. It may not work for you.
It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, you're allergic to it, right?
Yep.
There's something that's in it that causes you to break out.
Yep.
Or hives. Is it hives?
I can't remember how it affects me. I just
thought it
know
was-
that I can't drink it.
I thought it was a rash. I think you get a rash on your neck.
Oh, right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what
Yep.
it gives you. And you haven't tried that new stuff, have you?
No, I haven't. I wanted
Okay.
to try it on Sunday, but I forgot to take it to the hotel with me.
Right. But yeah, that's the difference between somebody who has integrity and somebody who just takes the money and run.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, it is 12:10.
Yep. I gotta get ready for work.
Yep, and I gotta pee.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it so much. Join us next Tuesday. I'm not sure what our topic will be. I will try and make sure I make a list.
Yeah, you need to go through and plan out shit.
Yeah.
Instead of just waiting till the last damn minute.
Exactly.
Oh, what are we gonna talk about? Oh, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
At 9:30.
At
Gives me-
9:30.
And then I have to cram as much work as I can for Green Geeks, and then get all of the images and shit ready for the stream.
My bad. My bad.
Immediately.
So thanks for joining us. Have a good week, everybody. Try and live healthy. I'm going to try my damn self really hard.
I am. I'm gonna put more effort into trying to keep my calories green, get more activity.
I'm gonna
I
try
know
and hit
that-
my step goal. I've hit my step goal 3 times this week. It helps that I'm playing bingo and trying to beat Nanny. So
I keep telling them I want to be added to the fucking bingo game.
you were
and I'm
added to
not
this video bingo game.
No.
Yes.
No. I
promise.
respond to every message.
I
get on
promise.
Fitbit.
Check
No.
it. Check it.
Oh look, no notifications.
Get in Fitbit.
I am in Fitbit. Why is that? Oh, that was yesterday. There we go. See, I'm not getting notifications of it.
Yeah. You were invited because Alyssa invited you because she goes, Mike and the girls were so sad that we were doing a bingo game without them, so she included everybody this week.
Okay, well, I'm in now.
Okay. So
But I'm not getting notifications.
everybody have a great week. We'll see you next week. Thanks for
Bye.
joining us. Bye.